All right. All right. I will be extremely brief. This is just for the YouTube video. Um, Pretty shitty day, but I am noticing some things I could have done differently in hindsight, which I do want to talk about and point out in this video. I was almost not gonna do this because I was like, bro, there's nothing to say. Like, price action is fucking shitty. Not like I guess excusing myself, but there was a lot of shit I could have done differently in terms of mindset, or my way of viewing the market, more like. So obviously we haven't had the best price action. We've been very short ranges, I feel like. Look at these big moves compared to these on the daily. But without further ado, let me just zoom in a little bit. Let's fucking begin, bro. I'm gonna start recording. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so for today, we're gonna do the top down analysis like we do every single day. On the daily, we're bearish because we were trading inside of the daily FBG. How do we invert? Nah, yeah, I was bearish on the daily. I mean, bullish, sorry. Bullish. On the daily, I was bullish. Wait, I'm gonna start that again. Alright, what's up, guys? So, to start, we always do the top down analysis. We started from the daily. On the daily, we were bullish right there because we're trading inside. We were trading inside of this bullish fair value gap. Then we switched down to the 4 hour, and here on the 4 hour, we had respected this bearish gap, inversing on hourly, which we'll see in a bit. So this gave me kind of a bearish bias, although it did meet the the low here, which was putting kind of neutral, more inclined bearish. New slash bear. I remember putting exactly that. And then on the 1 hour, same thing. We respected an hourly FVG up here. We displaced, inversing an hourly gap. My draw on liquidity was this low down here, which was Asia, previous day Asia. Yeah. This was my original draw on liquidity. Wanted to see price come down and take everything, which, uh, like I said, was giving me a bearish bias. But perhaps the course of action moving on into the day, I should have waited till we were inside of this FVG. If we weren't inside the hourly FVG, there was probably nothing for me to trade. If I was thinking shorts, if I was more inclined bearish, I should have targeted right here. Just looking in hindsight, because the original trade is Z-Mini. Let me go on micros, MNQ. I wasn't. Why can't I see my executions? Can't see my executions for some reason. But the first trade idea was this right here. And my target was the low down here. We had a market structure shift right there. But I failed to realize that I was way, way too zoomed in. This was our mitigation block. And our bag was this. Which was already deep for the trade, about being real. My stops were just above this high. Did not want to see price come above these highs. And this was basically the trade. Like I said, the plan or the course of action should have been different in terms of looking at the higher time frame or waiting. If I'm bearish and we created this massive gap, waiting for price to manipulate inside of the gap in order for me to actually consider a trade. Because gracefully, there was a 5-minute unicorn that played out in the end. Or even 3-minute right here. Still kind of early, but we could have taken, for example, this inverse right here. Obviously, this is hindsight, bro. Like, I'm just speculating and looking. Target these lows could have been a good trade idea, although kind of tight. Probably like right there. I mean, realistically, after sweeping these lows, I would have adjusted my stop loss to these highs, probably. Starting from here. But it didn't even reach like the lows, the target. Yeah, I mean, can't even complain. I guess the bias was incorrect. Like I said, just looking back, should have waited for the tap on the higher time frame PD array. Because for example, here we printed a beautiful unicorn. And this is what I've been trying to catch all week, bro. I mean, if your entry is there, I mean, you're probably targeting these equal lows. If you want like 80 points, you could have targeted these lows. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when we trade inside. And all this happened market close slash Asia. But we got a beautiful unicorn trading inside of the higher time frame gap, which is something we need to remember and consider for tomorrow's session. All right, that's it. That's it for the video. I lost around 500 bucks today. We're down to 49,000. Our drawdown is like 48,000, 47,000 something. Cause it is Apex, you do have 2,500. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's it. I love y'all. Take care. Bye bye. All right, I'm done, boys. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever's there, I love you. GG. Bye.